Does your car make knocking, creaking, or rattling noises when you hit bumps, turn, or drive on gravel? Don't worry. Today I'll show you how to identify the exact suspension noise without guessing. We'll cover clear symptoms, simple tests you can do at home, and what to replace so the sound goes away for real. 5 common suspension noises and what they mean. 1. Knocking over small bumps, sway bar links and sway bar bushings. Typical symptoms. An intermittent knock over small bumps at low speed that often disappears on a smooth straight road. The sound is similar to Quick test. With the car on a lift/ramps or safely raised, inspect the bushings for cracks or deformation. Then place a pry bar between the chassis and the sway bar near the link and apply force in multiple directions. If it moves or you hear a clack, there's play. Over time, the joint loses stiffness and you get that hollow knock. Fix. Sway bar links and bushings aren't repaired. Replace them, ideally in pairs per axle. 2. Metallic clunks plus squeaks while turning. Strut mounts/top mounts. Symptoms: a metallic clunk plus a rubber squeak when turning or driving on broken pavement. The sound is similar to board test. Remove the cover over the strut mount, if applicable. Chock the opposite wheel, and place a sturdy board under the wheel you're testing. Step on the board to load/unload the suspension while watching the strut rod. If the rod moves around, you may have a broken seat, worn mount, or a loose top nut. If it squeaks/clunks intermittently, the rubber in the mount is likely damaged. On open mounts, you can sometimes see cracks in the rubber. Fix. New strut mounts. If the strut rod dances, that mount is done. 3. Rattle plus creaks when maneuvering, ball joints. Symptoms: knocks/creaks while maneuvering or hitting bumps. The car may wander and the tire can wear unevenly. The sound is similar to Test. Lock the steering wheel, raise and secure the car. Grab the wheel and shake it horizontally and vertically. If there's play with a clunk, the ball joint is worn. Check the dust boot. If it's torn, dirt and water got in. Important. The pry bar test under the knuckle/control arm often only shows the problem when the ball joint is already very worn. Be careful not to tear the boot. Fix. Ball joints are replaced, not repaired. The pry bar test usually only screams when the ball joint is really bad. 4. Steering wheel vibration over bumps, inner/outer tie rods. Symptoms: clunking over small bumps or gravel plus steering wheel vibration, sometimes uneven wear. The sound is similar to Test. Steering wheel locked, car raised and secured. Shake the wheel horizontally. Play plus noise coming from the inner/outer joint equals tie rod looseness. Confirm with a pry bar at the joint. Fix. Replace the worn tie rod, inner/outer, and align the car, very important. Repair it and align it. Otherwise the wear comes right back. 5. Creaking, nose dive, weird wear, control arm bushings. Symptoms: creaks, poor steering response, nose dip under braking, vibration, and more uneven tire wear. The sound is similar to Test. With the car on a lift/pit, use a pry bar to check bushing elasticity and inspect the rubber for cracks, tears, or deformation. Bottom line, rubber loses elasticity over time. These bushings aren't repaired. They're replaced. Sometimes replacing the entire control arm is more cost-effective. After the repair, alignment plus road test. You replace sway bar links, strut mounts, ball joints, tie rods, or bushings. Now you need an alignment. Ask for a full alignment check on a proper alignment rack. Also make sure torque specs are correct. Then road test on the same road where the noise happened. The sound should be gone. Quick diagnosis checklist. Reproduce the noise. Small bumps, slow turns, low-speed braking. Rule out false culprits. Exhaust, spare tire/jack. Brakes, loose springs/trim. Sway bar links/bushings. Pry near the joint. Look for play/clack. Strut mounts. Board test. Watch the strut rod and mount rubber. Ball joints. Play horizontal/vertical. Check the boot condition. Tie rods. Horizontal play with steering locked. Control arm bushings. Pry for elasticity. Cracked/deformed rubber. Fix equals new parts, not reparable. Final step, alignment plus road test. Frequently asked questions. Can I drive if it only makes noise sometimes? You can, but it's not recommended. Play usually gets worse and can affect braking and steering. Drive as little as possible and schedule an inspection. Does WD-40 stop bushing squeaks? It might mask the noise for a short time, but it doesn't fix looseness or worn rubber. If it creaks, replacement is the real fix. How do I tell sway bar link noise from ball joint noise? Sway bar links, hollow clack over small bumps. Ball joints, clunk/creak while maneuvering plus uneven tire wear. Confirm with pry bar and play tests. I replaced one part and the noise came back. Why? Most often, no alignment was done or another component on the same axle still has play. Diagnose the whole system. Replace just the bushing or the whole control arm. If the bushing is sold separately and you can press it properly, go for it. If the arm is ovalied/rusted or quality bushings aren't available, a complete control arm often makes more sense. Conclusion. If your suspension is making noise, don't guess. Reproduce the noise, pry where it matters, identify real play, and replace what isn't reparable. Sway bar links, strut mounts, ball joints, bushings, tie rods. Finish with an alignment and a road test. That's how the car goes back to being quiet, precise, and safe. Without further ado, I hope this video has been useful to you and you can solve your problem. See you in a next video. Bye-bye.